to make lasting leadership. Because here's the reality. The way that you move people, and there's Nadine. Hey, Nadine, how are you? The way you move people is you give them a chance to have their own path. Wait, what? Yeah, see, leaders make lasting leadership over here. Boom, because there we go. Leadership is not about you leading as much as it is that you should be, you could actually be somebody that makes a difference in somebody's life by giving them a chance to walk on their own path. So I'm going to ask you to write down a little box. Some of you have heard this before. The reason that I repeat it is because you're going to hear it differently today. I want you to write a box on your page and put 4 lines in it. 2 at the top of the box, 2 at the bottom of the box. You're going to write something on it. Let me ask you this. If the next person you're about to meet, the next conversation you're about to have, the next unbelievable prospect you're about to come in contact with, what's their potential? What's their potential? Dare I ask you, what's your potential? Dare I ask you what's your potential? Here's the reality. When you grasp the idea that you have unlimited potential, so does the person that you're having a conversation with. And the challenge is a lot of the times the conversations that we have, we put limits on their potential. How do we do that? We do it through questioning. We do it through the questions we ask. We do it through the beliefs that we give off. See, I don't know about you, but there's a lot of people who say, I got to go get somebody. I need somebody in my business. I just want somebody to be in my business. Good morning, Miss Tiffany. How are you? I saw your little peanut all bundled up in the carriage, getting ready to go out maybe for a walk, or was out for a walk. He looked cute. So when we give off these beliefs, I need somebody, I just want somebody, this would be so good for them, we start throwing off a whole bunch of beliefs that cause some challenges, cause some delay, cause some disbelief in the prospect, right? If we believe that our energy, if we believe that law of attraction, what we think about, we bring about, do you also believe that your energy gets put out into the world and everybody else picks up on it? Because you pick up on other people's energies. So the first line I want you to write is potential. What's the potential? What's the potential, Combination? What's the potential? It's cold out here at the ranch. Got to let the dogs in. What's the potential that you have? And here's how you can judge. You want to know how you can judge if somebody's using their potential? Here's how you can judge if somebody's using their potential. Look at their actions. What are the actions that somebody's taking? What are the actions that you're taking? If I were to ask you today, if I were to ask one of your friends, if I were to ask one of your coaches, one of your mentors, let me ask you a question. Here's a question for you. What actions are you taking as it relates to your potential? Are you taking all of the actions you can as it relates to your potential? Are you taking all of the actions you can as it relates to your potential, your capability, your capacity, your vulnerability, your understanding of what it is that your business is? All right, let's say that they are taking all of the actions. Let's say they're doing all of the things. Let's say you're really just kicking butt and taking names. Now, here's my next question for you. What are your results? Do your results, right? So in the top box, top left box, potential, top right, actions, bottom right, results. So you got all this potential. You're taking all of this action. Well, the challenge is what are your results showing? What are your results showing? Are your results showing how much you're using of your potential? I'm going to say, I'm going to guess, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to probably tick some people off. The results of your actions are minuscule, are barely even showing up on the radar of your potential. 98% of you. There could be 2% of you on here that are absolutely, totally focused, have your definite major purpose, have your desires, have dealt with all of your trauma, and have decided that you've put yourself through the ringer, and you've now come out this amazing, incredible soul who's achieving more than you ever thought possible on a daily basis. If that's you, you are probably not on this call. Why? Because you're too busy kicking ass, taking names, and serving the masses someplace else. So then what's the fourth thing? It's the only place we can enter into this formula. The fourth place is called belief. See, your belief gives you an insight to your potential. Your belief gives you an insight to your potential that determines your actions. Your belief gives you an input into your potential that causes you to have your actions that then produces your results. Your results are because of your beliefs. And listen, this has very little to do with business. This isn't only about business. This is about the 5 areas of life, right? There's finances, there's family, where you currently sit with the relationships to your family. The potential you have with your family is the potential of your relationships. Could it be bigger? Could it be more? Could it be more? Could it be upped? The potential you have with your body. Could you do more with your body? Could you have more with your body? Could your body be more tuned, more in shape? And it's not like you've got to go to a gym and spend $200 a month for a trainer or $200 a session for a trainer. You don't have to spend $1,000 a month for a nutritionist. Can your body be better based upon where you're currently at, based upon your current actions? Could you change your results? How about your mind? Could you be spending, I know it's easy to say, read 10 pages of a good book every day. If you read an hour a day for the next year, you would be an expert. You'd be on TV. They would be having you on TV, different places. How about society? Could you have better results in your society? Well, they got to. No, this isn't about them. Everything is your responsibility. So how do we up the potential? How do we increase the ability that we have? How do we use more of our potential? We have to change our beliefs. Our beliefs about us, our beliefs about others. Because once we change our beliefs, that's the only place we can really enter into it. We can't do more action. Listen, there's somebody who makes 10 sales calls, 15 sales calls, 20 sales calls a day. And they suck at it because they say, you wouldn't want to buy something, would you? Could you imagine somebody finally getting an appointment, walking into a store? Right? They're doing the strip mall walk and they're walking into the stores and they're trying to sell, I don't know, phone cards, or they're trying to sell technology, or trying to sell upgrade to internet, or change over their electricity. You wouldn't want to change your electricity, would you? Listen, they're doing their actions. They go from dusk to dark, and they're ache to faint, and they're doing it. They're just exhausted at the end of the day. And they're like, I don't know why I'm now selling anything. The reason is their actions are full out, and they're probably getting close to their potential, but their belief is just killing them. How many of you have ever said, I don't know if I'm good at this? For those of you in our audio listening land, my hand was the first one up. How many of you have ever said, I don't know if I could do this? I'm not good enough. I don't know that. So where do you upgrade your belief? Here's the challenge. Listen carefully. Write down this DIY. DIY. Do it yourself. That works in bathrooms and building houses and changing tires. DIY and personal undevelopment. Yes, I said personal undevelopment. Personal undevelopment, DIY. It's rare that it works. You might be a 1%er that it would work. But to think you're going to unwire, you're going to undo, you're going to change the way you look at things on your own. In psychology, it's something called a scotoma. First time somebody said that to me, I said, God bless you. It's a scotoma. And a scotoma is AKA a blind spot. Ever driving down the highway? And you're on the highway and you're getting ready to, your exit's coming up, and you check the mirrors and you look left, you look right mirror, you check the rear view mirror, and you look at all of the mirrors, and you put your turn signal on and you start to ease over, and all of a sudden there's you're like, what the hell? You couldn't see the car. Somebody type in the chat. The car was in your what? Somebody type in the chat. Your car was in your what? You looked all the mirrors. You didn't see it. It was in your what? It was in your blind spot. Exactly. And see, so now my question is where is your success? I'm going to lean in on this one a little bit closer. There's Instagram, there's Facebook and YouTube. Well, how do you not know you have a blind spot? It's in your blind spot. You think you can see it. You think buying one more book. You think, listen, here's what people think. Well, that car, I almost hit that car. It was in my blind spot. I'm going to go put I'm going to go put new turn signal lights in my car. I'm going to clean the windows on my car. I'm going to get a better turn signal that's louder in my car. The damn car is still going to be in your blind spot. The reason that you're falling short is because there is a blind spot that you cannot see. You can't see it. You just can't see it. And have you ever said this? I don't know why I'm not farther ahead. I don't know why I'm not doing this. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's because it's in your GD blind spot. And GD stands for good day. So this is why you go and hire a coach. You go and hire a coach. And you say, I've got tremendous potential. And your coach says, you have tremendous potential. And here's the actions you should do. And the alignment starts to fall off. You kind of do the actions for 2 days, 3 days, right? Anybody ever hire a trainer and you go to the gym for the first week and you're like, the first day you come home, tell me, type in the chat, what happens after you get worked out by a trainer and they push you through your paces and they push you kind of to the limits, not to your, it's day one. They're having you lift the bar, just lift the bar off the ground. They haven't put any weight on the bar. How do you feel after your first day of training? You feel sore. You feel sore. You feel wound out. You're like, oh my God, this is so painful. And that's what a coach will do. They'll get you into some pain. And because they don't have the wherewithal, the skill set, they don't have the understanding of human nature, they don't have the ability to help rewire your self-talk. You get into pain, you go do the actions. Oh, here's how they get you through the pain. You ready? You want to know how they get you through the pain? Coaches, they tell you to go for no. Wait, what? They tell you go for no. So you go and do it, and then your results suck. But you've hired this trainer. You've gone out and they've said, you've got potential. You said, I've got potential. I've got potential. You've got potential. You're amazing. Let's go make you soar. Let's get you into the trenches. Let's get you into the work. Let's have you do your gratitude. Let's have you do your journaling. Let's have you do and they can have you all do that and just read 10 pages a day. And you don't have to talk to anybody yet. And you will fail. You will fail miserably in doing your journaling every day. You will fail miserably in doing your gratitude every day. You'll do it for the first week. And then you'll start to come up with excuses. Well, I'm just so busy. My time doesn't do that. I can't do it at that time. I can't do it at this time. I'm just, you don't understand the responsibilities I have. Wait a minute. Wait. Let's back it up. Put the brakes on, Skippy. You said you wanted more. You said you deserve more. You said you were capable of more. And now you can't change your schedule because it's inconvenient? See, and then what happens is that you decide that you fire the coach. So you've got amazing potential. Your actions, maybe you're crushing it in your actions. You're posting every day. You're doing a live every day. You're doing a training every day. You're doing a video every day. You're doing the things every day. You're reaching out to one person every day. You may reach out to 10 one day, but one day you're reaching out to one. You're reaching out to one every day. But here's the challenge. Your results suck. Your results suck because Wallace D. Waddell said it's not about doing certain things. It's about doing things in a certain way. It's not about doing certain things. It's about doing things in a certain way. And the challenge is the books you're buying. You may buy the greatest book. You may attend some of the greatest workshops. There's a bunch of people went to Rank Makers. There's a bunch of people getting ready to go to GoPro. There's a bunch of people that'll go to a UPW or a Business Mastery or all of these amazing events that are happening now. And here's the challenge, is that if you go with the glasses that you have on, you can only see what you're capable of understanding. And when you decide that you need to do more, have more, become more, you start to hang around people and you go, ooh, that's a good idea. And you write it down. And ooh, that's a good idea. And you write it down. And ooh, that's a good idea that you write it down. Because it's okay to be temporarily excited, and you wind up having temporary success. And you do. So, how do you change that? It's really clear that it's required to create your definite major purpose. Napoleon Hill talks about your definite major purpose. Joe Dispenza talks about the frequency, the emotional side to it. The challenge is that chapter number 1 in Think and Grow Rich is desire. Most people have more focus than desire, and their focus is allowing them to do certain things. It's the desire that nobody is teaching that would allow them to do it in a certain way. So you've got this box, and you've got your potential, you've got your actions, you've got your results, and you've got your belief. The challenge is that too many people are afraid to believe in themselves, because if they do, they'll piss off society. The challenge is too many people can't believe in themselves, is because they've never given themselves permission because of the program that's been poured into them. The challenge is too many people can't believe in themselves, is because we live in the most connected moment in history, and yet we feel the most alone. So how do we change this? It's critical. It's critical. It's crucial. It's almost paramount. It's almost absolutely a necessity that you begin to give love. Too many of us are standing in front of the love stove saying, give me love and I'll give you love back. And the challenge is everybody else is standing in front of their stove saying, give me love first and then I'll give you love back, because we're so afraid, we're so scared, we're so absolutely wound tight around identity and ego, which stands for edging God out in many cases, that we can't even see our own potential. We don't even believe in our own potential. We don't even want to take the actions, because if we take the actions, we'll catapult and skyrocket. We've been working on ourselves so hard. We're this wound up spring of greatness that if the second we break free, we're afraid we're going to lose everybody around us. And half of them we don't even want to be around. So then where's the challenge? It's called personal belief. Your self-talk has wound you so tight that you don't think you're valuable enough. You don't think you're worthy enough. You don't think if God forbid somebody asked you for help, and God forbid you found somebody to lead, you wouldn't know where to lead them. Leadership is about questions. It's not about directions. Leadership is about questions. It's not about directions. So the question comes, what questions are you asking yourself? What statements have you said to yourself that are limiting your potential? I'm not enough. What statements are you saying to yourself that are reducing your actions? I can't do that. What's the belief that you are holding on to, the lie that you're telling yourself about your results? These aren't good enough, which then therefore triggers and absolutely puts in place the belief of I'm not enough. So now the question becomes this: if not you, then who? If not now, then when? If not this, then what? What does your future hold? Where do you go? How do you up your potential? How do you up your potentiality? How do you increase this desire that you have to have more, to want more, to do more, to be more? You got to start with you. I have a very dear friend, Daniela Jukic. She does this exercise called the mirror exercise. I'm going to ask her to do a training on it. I'm going to ask her to do a live event on it for you to be able to understand that there's such potential inside of you. There's such greatness inside of you. You know this. Drop a G in the chat if you know there's some greatness inside of you that hasn't been unlocked yet. Drop a G in the chat if you know there's just some greatness. If you feel that little fire inside your stomach right now, if you feel, if maybe your hands are sweating right now, because I've hit a nerve. I've touched a part of you that said there's more. I've touched a part of you that said there's this greatness. I touched a part of you that says there's this ability, there's this capacity, there's this greatness that's waiting on me. My question for you is if, are you waiting on you? Because here's what I know. There were people on their knees this morning praying for you. Not for me, they were praying for you. Not for me, they were praying for you. I got all the goosebumps on top of goosebumps on top of goosebumps, because maybe for the first time, maybe in a day, maybe in a week, maybe in a decade, maybe in your lifetime, this is the first time maybe you truly are realizing the greatness that resides inside of you. And you realize that all of your struggles, all of your challenges, all of the trials that you've been through, raising children, living through your youth, maybe you had some horrible relationships, maybe you were abused, maybe you were beaten, maybe you were mentally just accosted day after day after day. And the fact that you're standing, the fact that you're on your 2 feet, the fact that you're able to keep your head up and raise your head up and walk out into the public, people would pass out if they ever heard your story. That's not your demise. That's your dreams. It takes courage to tell that story. Where do you get the courage? Well, you got to hang around people who know how to give you courage. Give you courage to stand on your feet, not give you courage to stand on their shoulders. You can stand on my shoulders all you want. Eventually, somebody's going to stand on yours, and you're going to have to get on your own 2 feet. I'd say now's a good time to do that. So every book you've read, it'll serve you well. Every event you've been to, it'll energize you incredibly. Every seminar you've been to will give you sanctuary and understanding that you are this incredible human being who has more to give. So I'll ask you again, what's your true potential? I'll ask you again, how can you increase your results? I'll ask you again, what would your faith and belief now be in you? So there's your 4 ideas for leadership. How do you find somebody's potential? How do you determine their actions? How do you help them with their results? The key is the only way that we can enter into anybody's life is to help them improve their faith and belief in themselves. There's your 4 ideas. You want to reach out and have a conversation. For those of you that are on Instagram, go to the link in the bio. You can go watch this on YouTube. You can watch the replay. You can get to learn more about me. You can also see where it says build a better me now.com. And that's the first week of the 12-week mastermind that I have available to you. Go take that first week. It's free to sign up. All I get is your email address, of course, because you need to log in. But go sign up. Go see what it's like to be in a true building a mastermind around you, not around me. I teach you very little in the mastermind, but I ask the questions that'll let you learn more about you than anybody else has ever taught you. So there you go. I'm your big head training, brain scrambling misfit. I'll see you all where? At the next event. This conversation powered by ketones. If you want to take your brain to the next level, reach out. We'll get you there. All right, everybody. Love you tons. See you tomorrow. Till then, bye for now. And YouTube, love you tons. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have an incredible day. I'm going to go have some conversations with 20 amazing souls in the VIP group. It's good to see everybody here today. Everybody showed up. That's so awesome.